Welcome back. Now, one of the things that we want to be able to do with our autoresponder is to show our customers as many offers as we can as soon as we can. And we can do that effectively using some of the tools inside of Mailchimp, as well as using tools that we have with Mailchimp when we're working with website themes and cloud-based services. So to start, one of the things we want to do is to consider our settings. And for example, we want to be able to look at our settings. And when we look at these settings, we want to determine if a person is going to be a double opt-in subscriber or not. Now let's assume that for this audience, we are going to have this person that becomes part of our list to have confirmed their participation in our newsletter with an opt-in email. If we do that, we are then going to want to go to our forms and we're going to want to control the experience. And so to do that, we're going to go to our sign-in forms. We're then going to go to our form builder. Now once we're inside of the form builder, we can then go from the sign-up form to the confirmation thank you page. And what you're going to notice here on that page is that when the individual gets an email in order to confirm their participation with our newsletter, they're then going to be sent to a web page that has this information on it. What we can do instead is we can send the individual to a specific thank you page where we can show them a URL that we want them to see. And it's this place where we can then show them a specific offer. So let's assume then that we have a specific sales page. So we're going to get the URL from that sales page. And what we're going to do is we're going to place that URL here in this box and we're going to save it. And what we also have control over is the sign up thank you page. So for example, if we go to sign up thank you page, basically what's going to happen is that when an individual places their name and email address inside of our form, we can then show them to a specific page. Now they will then have to go to their inbox in order to confirm their email. Now what we'll need to do is we'll need to place in a page which is basically going to be a thank you page, which first tells them to go and confirm their email, but also we can show them something where they can have the opportunity in order to make a purchase in case they decide not to confirm. Now you can do this inside of most page builders. In particular, we are looking at the page builder Optimize Press, and we're going to use the features that Optimize Press gives us in creating a thank you page. Now once again, you can do this inside of any page builder where you have a thank you page given. We're going to click Use this template, and we're going to write in a specific URL. And we want verbiage that is similar to this, where an individual is going to confirm their subscription, and then they're going to be told to check their email for confirmation. Now what we can do on this page is that we can add in information where individuals can find out more from a specific URL where they can make a purchase. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in a hyperlink. And we're going to put in the URL where our offer is. And so we have our hyperlink. We're then going to click Insert. And we're going to make sure that this verbiage is going to be visible. So now what we have is we have an individual who is going to see that they need to go and check their confirmation, but they're also going to be given an option to click on a link where they can get access to a particular offer that we are making. We're then going to click Save and Close. And so now that we have this page, we're going to grab the URL that we just created. And we're going to place that URL here inside of our builder, and we're going to click Save. So now, when the individual places their name and email address in, they're going to be shown the thank you page with our additional offer. However, all of this is contingent on the fact that we are going to have a double opt-in case. What would be the process if we change this to a single opt-in case? And that now means that our individual does not have to confirm their participation in our newsletter. So what we're now going to do is we're going to save these defaults. And what we're going to do is we're going to work with our Mailchimp list, but we're going to work from within our page building system. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to connect our Mailchimp account to our page building system. So we're going to go here to Email Marketing Services, and we're going to go to Mailchimp. And what our page building system wants in order to connect with our Mailchimp account is going to be our API key. So we're going to go back to Mailchimp. We're going to go to our account settings. We're now going to go to the extras, and we're now going to go to our API keys. And we're going to create an API key. What we're now going to do is place that API key inside of our page building system. And our settings have now been updated. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use our new opt-in information with our Mailchimp account. So what we're now going to do is we're going to create an opt-in page. Now once again, the point is not the page building system. You can use your page building system to do the same thing. You'll just need to find the parameters just like the ones that we are going to be using here in this example. We're going to use this particular template, and we're going to give this page a name. We're now going to click Create Page. We're now going to select our guide. And we're now going to look at our opt-in box. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose a specific kind of integration. And we're going to now choose a Mailchimp integration because Mailchimp is now connected to our page building system. What we can now do is we can choose a specific list inside of our Mailchimp account. And we can choose the list that we have been working with. We can decide that we are not going to be working with double opt-in. So what we're going to do now is when the individual gives us their name and email address, we can then give them a specific URL that we determine is a thank you page. We can paste this URL in this dialog box. Now with this particular page builder, we have two choices. We can put in the thank you page URL, which we can leave with a particular offer, or we can send the individual direct to the offer. And so in this case, we are going to send the individual to a thank you page with our link there. So what we're now going to do is we're going to change this button to the link where we want people to see. And we are now going to make this a live page. What we now have is our URL now on our thank you page. So now we can take this URL and place it back inside of our opt-in form. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to place that thank you page URL inside of this box. So now when the individual opts in, even though they are not going to be double opt-in, and even though they're not going to have to confirm, they are going to see another offer given to them on this thank you page. Now there are other opportunities on the form builder. For example, if we go to the unsubscribe success page and we look at that particular form, if we go to this build it part of the form, when the individual is successful in unsubscribing, we can send them to a specific URL. Now again, you'll probably want to determine what this URL is and whether it is going to be fitting for you to show them a URL with a specific offer. However, you do have control over the URL that you're going to be sending them. So if you did want to show them a specific offer that would be related, you could place that URL here in this area and then click Save. Now when an individual unsubscribes, you do have the opportunity to send them a goodbye email. So basically what you can do here is you can then enable your goodbye email. And you can write in the information that you want to be here. Now again, You may want to think about whether you actually want to send an offer when someone has unsubscribed and they're getting a last email from you. However, you do have control over what you send in this email. And then click Save and Close. So with the sign-up forms and the confirmation, you will have opportunities to show individuals other offers that you may not show them otherwise. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another process.